Welcome also now to our next keynote speaker, a friend of mine from coinIX, Masa Dorfad, who will tell us more about how you can build a robust portfolio in times of uncertainty, times of volatility. And yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing more about that. Welcome.
Thank you, Anna. So, hello everyone. I am Masa Dorfad from coinIX. And today, I'm here to tell you what are the essential investment types that you need to consider if you want to have a diverse portfolio. When it comes to investing in the blockchain industry, most of the people think that we should just buy and hold the top 10 tokens, and that's it. But there are some other investment types that we need to consider if we want to have a diverse portfolio which covers the whole spectrum of the blockchain industry. We, as a blockchain investment firm, are exposed to some opportunities which are not accessible for the retail users. So a normal investor or a newcomer in the crypto industry might not have an easy access to the investments which are accessible to a venture capital or an organizational blockchain investment. This is where coinIX comes into play, because through our broad network and the people that we have connections with, we are exposed to the opportunities, and we can make it possible for other people or for the retail users to invest properly in the blockchain industry. The first main part would be liquid coins and tokens in the public market. And the second one would be venture capital investments in the private market. I'm going to start with the first category, which is liquid tokens. We can easily buy them and sell them. We have an investment hypothesis and we invest based on that. That is what makes us different from the other companies which have a liquid portfolio, because most of the liquid portfolios cover like the first top 100 coins, but we go way beyond that. We keep our eyes open and we try to analyze the coins which are maybe not that famous, but they have potential. Based on our investment hypothesis, we believe in the growth of the Ethereum. Ethereum is the biggest smart contract blockchain. The other smart contract blockchains, they might have some efficiency gains in the short term, but they have security issues in the long term. But when it comes to Ethereum, there is a great community of developers who are focusing on scalability of Ethereum. They make sure of staying decentralized and being as permissionless as possible. So most of the projects that we have invested in are either based on Ethereum, I mean they are building on top of Ethereum, or they are offering solutions for the scalability of Ethereum. Especially after the merge, now it is possible to earn passive income by staking Ethereum. So coinIX is using this opportunity to earn more passive income, and at the same time, we are securing the network as well. So the next category would be SAFT, token projects which have a token that is not listed yet. So when we say SAFT, SAFT is the abbreviation of Simple Agreement for Future Tokens. When you get a contract, a SAFT contract, you are investing in a Web3 company, but you are not getting the tokens at that time. It will be issued to you at a later point. And since at the early stage, the valuation is low, the chances that the returns will be higher in the future would be so much higher. So it's really a good opportunity to invest in SAFT, but it is not accessible to everyone. So if you are a retail user, if you are just a newcomer into the blockchain industry, you cannot just buy a SAFT. It is only accessible to venture capital companies or investment firms such as coinIX. This is why we founded coinIX, because we make it possible for retail investors to come into the field and to invest into crypto assets which otherwise would not be that easy to get in. And they are usually more liquid in comparison to other VC investments, because most of the cryptocurrency companies will launch their token in 1 or 2 years and it will become more liquid. And it will help us to control our portfolio and control the liquidity of our portfolio when we invest in publicly listed tokens as well as SAFTs. A success story in our portfolio was the graph. We invested in the graph in the form of SAFT, which is Simple Agreement for Future Tokens. We invested back in 2020 and it was 46,000 and now it's worth 1.5 million euros. So basically we can say that the graph is the Google of the blockchain. Whatever that Google does in Web 2, the graph is doing it for Web 3. It is an index protocol and for the blockchain data, and it makes blockchains searchable. The next category would be equities. So as I said, the second type of VC investments would be equity. We have two different types of equity. The first one would be the normal equity, shares of a company, and the second would be shares of a company which will be issued at a later time in the future. And that is what we call SAFE, Simple Agreement for Future Equity. So you might ask yourself, why would I want to invest in a blockchain company in the form of equity? I mean, it's a blockchain company, it must have a token, right? But when you come into the industry, when you learn more about different projects, you realize not all of the companies actually need a coin. When you analyze different projects, you might think like, many of these coins or tokens are not really needed. So one way to invest in these types of companies which are related to blockchain but don't need a token would be SAFE, or Simple Agreement for Future Equity. There are many different investment types, but a retail blockchain investor is not able to invest in all of them. coinIX can be a basis layer as an investment vehicle to make it possible for you to cover the whole spectrum of the blockchain. We don't invest just in the cryptocurrencies. We invest in the technology underneath because we believe in the blockchain ecosystem, because we want to push it forward. We want the mass adoption to happen faster. So we focus on the projects which are working on the infrastructure of the Web3 and blockchain ecosystem so that the mass adoption happens faster. Staking is one of the things that we do in coinIX, and this is one of the ways that you can earn passive income. Just focusing on the first 10 promising tokens is not enough. You need different kinds of asset classes. Here you can see a summary of how we try to keep our portfolio diverse. All the projects that we invest in are either advancing the infrastructure in the blockchain industry, or they are developing blockchain applications, or they are indirectly somehow in contact with the blockchain network, or they are somehow using blockchain in the services that they offer. So these are the types of companies that we have invested in. If you want to gain more information, we will have a workshop at 2 p.m. It will start in 15 minutes. It will be a deep dive workshop right one floor below the exhibition hall. It will be in German. And some different companies which are active in the venture capital blockchain industry are going to be there. It's going to be really interesting. We'll be happy to have you there. And if you want to get more information about our company and our investment and the products that we offer, you can come to our booth, which is Hall G, booth G39. And moreover, tomorrow evening we have a side event, and in the side event we're going to present 3 of our portfolio projects: PIC, Blocksmooth, and Natix. It's going to be really cool. There will be Tesla demos and so on. We would love to have you there as well. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much for this keynote, and congrats, of course, on the graph investment. That was a very good success story.